Okay, with this lesson we're looking at congruency. We want to try and prove that the triangles are congruent. Congruence means the two shapes have exactly the same shape and size, meaning that the one shape can fit on top of the other shape. Okay, so we're just gonna prove, we are trying to prove that this triangle on the left is equal to the triangle on the right. So POQ, so triangle POQ and triangle POR. So we start off with the statements in triangle POQ, that is POQ and POR. We want to find things that are equal in the two triangles. So we always start off with the given PQ is equal to QR. We should mark that on our diagram. Okay, these marks mean that they equal to each other, those two sides, so we know that that's an isosceles triangle. So we can always start off with the given. So let's write our first given statement, that PQ is equal to QR. Okay, don't forget in this question we also told given PQ is a bisector. I forgot to write it in. Okay, so PQ is a bisector, so that means it's cutting that angle here and here exactly equal. Okay, so we also have one common side, so we can see that PO is common. Okay, so PO, this one here, is common to both triangles, and we're just going to add a 1 and a 2 to call those triangles. So P1, those angles, P1 is equal to P2, and we'll say that PQ is a bisector. PQ is a bisector. Okay, so notice for congruency we need 3 parameters. So we have a side, and we have an angle. So we can clearly see that it is side, angle, and a side. Side, angle, and a side. So once you have 3 common parameters in both triangles, so you can then say or conclude that those triangles are congruent. So then we take the same statements and we write that those two are congruent. And our concluding statements will be here: POQ is congruent to triangle POR, and our reason is side, angle, side, so we must include the reason, and this will be your final statement. Something like this is around 3 to 4 marks. Okay, here's the next example. Alright, and so we are saying in triangle, we are trying to prove the triangle's congruence. This triangle is congruent to that triangle. So in triangle NOL and triangle LMN, we are trying to prove congruency, that this one can fit perfectly on that one, having the same shape and size. So always work with the givens. Notice that these marks indicate that those two are equal. So NO is equal to ML. Our reason will be given. Then we can see that MN, that whole distance, MN, is equal to LO. Now reason there will be given. So we already have 2 sides. Can we find another side that's common to both those triangles? The common side will be this one here. Okay, so NL is common. Do we have 3 sides? Yes. So therefore, you take the same statement there. Triangle that is congruent to triangle that, and our reason will be side, side, side. So that means the one triangle fits perfectly on top of the other triangle, and that is congruency. You always need 3 parameters.